Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my live broadcast. Normally, we would be doing this at Burton's Babes on Facebook, but Facebook still does not like my camera. I don't know what happened, but you'll have that, I guess. So, here we are on YouTube instead. I mean, YouTube, like I said last week, I think YouTube is a little bit easier in some ways. I'm looking for my video on my tablet so I can follow along with comments. Your channel. Because I don't know that one person watching. Is that me? I don't know. Somebody's watching. Let's see. So I don't know who it is, but somebody's watching, so I'll behave myself. Anyway, since somebody is here, it's 8:01 now, so I'm going to go ahead and start my updates, and you can say hi in the chat if you want, or you can just listen quietly. Either's good with me. Darcy's Secret Marriage finally has a large print version. I got the, I tried to make it the back cover in Canva, the back cover of the print. Hi, Kimberly. I tried to make it in Canva and I got frustrated and I couldn't make the frame move. And so I ended up doing it in Photoshop and learning how to change the paragraph stuff. Not that I remember now. Okay, that was like yesterday. It's gone now. But anyway, at least I know. I should have written it all down. Hi, Marcia, how you doing? I've got my tablet over, so I keep looking over there. That's why I look over there. So anyway, now Darcy's Secret Marriage is live in large print. I still have not got it uploaded to Google Play. I'll maybe do it after the live. I don't know. It's getting kind of late, so I don't know. A new story is being attempted. It's going to be Regency. I didn't get a lot written today. I had a sinus headache. It's that time of the year, you know, allergies and that. So I kind of spent, I've really gotten a lot done. It's just nothing, very little, only about half what's on my list. Okay, so I did some promo. I should check my email before bed and check my blog. But I did some promo and I don't know what else I did. Oh, I added Darcy's Secret Marriage to my Gumroad store. And I added it to my website. I don't have print copies ordered yet. We'll have to see what the money's like come Monday. But because I owe a couple of doctor bills and stuff, so I'm going to try to get those this month, though. And when I do get those, then I'll let you guys know. But you can you can go to my website and find the Kindle digital copy, the EPUB or the Mobi from my website. Anyway, a new story is being attempted. I didn't get a whole lot written, but I've got to start. I'm planning tomorrow. One of my friends had a birthday today, and I don't know if this is related, but you know, because it's been a week now since Selena's been gone, and one of my friends said, "Hey, what are you doing Saturday?" And I was like, "Well, I'm live at 3 and a race at 7." So she and I are going to go out. I think we're going to drive down to Brookfield, which is like 40 minutes south of here. And we're going to go, there's it used to be a store there called Valley View. That was like a department store. It was a great big department store when I was a little kid. So we're not going to say how long ago that was, but it went out of business probably in the late 80s, early 90s. And now it's like an antique mall. And I think we're either going to go there or we're going to do there's an old drive-in. They don't play movies anymore. They stopped playing movies like 2-3 years ago because they couldn't afford to upgrade. But their equipment, but they have a flea market out there on the weekends. So maybe we'll go out there instead. I don't know. We'll just see. I mean, the weather is not, I don't know if it's going to rain or not. I haven't looked. I don't think it's supposed to, but it rained all night. And it's cold today. Yesterday was like 75, 76, and Today, it's just kept dropping. It got to about 52, and now it's stayed there all day. The blog is going well. I had blog posts all week, and I plan to have them next week. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be gone all day. I'm going to be busy all day. But Sunday, I don't do church on Mother's Day because I'm not a mother. I no longer have a mother living. I don't even have a grandmother living. Okay. So I just don't do Mother's Day at church, and I don't have kids. And so I quit going a long time ago. So I'm not doing church on Sunday. So I will be writing instead. I seriously doubt, because God never lets me have a full day of writing if that's what I stay home from church to do. He just doesn't. So anyway, I don't know how much I'll get done. It's not like I'm going to be here at 9 o'clock in the morning and write till 9 o'clock at night, because that ain't going to happen. But anyway, I made a new cover for Darcy's Bodie Mine, and I can't show you because I don't have that capability with this. I don't know how people do that. I have to figure that out. But I made a new cover for Bodie. It's got the same background, the same guy, but I rearranged. There's no white on the top and white on the bottom anymore. I found Western fonts because it's a Western book, so it's got Western fonts. I am really happy with it. I might post that in Burton's Babes after we get done with the video, just to see, okay? Just to see. And you remember I said, like, last year, and I think I said it in the beginning of, hey, Krista, how you doing? I'm glad you made it. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said in my blog post, and I said in Longhorn Literary Society videos that when we went over our goals, that I wasn't going to do book signings or anything unless they were close. Well, I got invited to this small little vendor fair in October last year, and I couldn't go because Wickham, my truck, started acting up. But it's like 20 minutes down the road, like dead west of me. And they invited me again this year. So and it's just a little thing. It's at the Knights of Columbus in Rome, Ohio. And there's a thing in Ashtabula County called the Covered Bridge Festival. And because Ashtabula County, Ohio is known for covered bridges. Like there's a lot of them up here. And they have and me and my friend Angela did half of it. We did half the county one year. We drove around in my truck over, and we looked at all these covered bridges on this half of the county. And there's more on the other half, the west half of the county. But it's a popular festival. And this Knights of Columbus, this church, it's at a Catholic church. They are right on the route. And so I think this is their second or third year. And so I'm paying for an indoor space, which is what I did last year, and then didn't end up not using it. But I intend to be there with whatever print copies I have left, because they're not selling like hotcakes off my website. So, and I'm going to hopefully I'm going to sell out, that's like most of my news. Let me tell you a little bit about the Regency story I'm attempting. I think I've told you guys before that I've kind of just been struggling to find something that I really liked. Well, she was here at a Burton's Babes probably about a month ago, and she shared with me at a video, and she shared with me a plot bunny. And I tried, and then I couldn't get anywhere. So about a week and a half ago, I put it away. And then it occurred to me, hi, Julianne, it's good to see you. Well, that's a lot of people. It's like 4 or 5. That's 6. Well, one of them is probably me. There's a 6 on there, but one of them is probably me. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, it's just a scene right now. I decided to go back and I'm going to write the scene that she gave me. And I'm going to see what story I can build around it. So she gave me the basic outline of a scene, and I'm trying to write that scene. This is my second attempt this time because I I had it written, and because I had something in my head, and then I realized it didn't match up with what she offered me. So I have changing it a little bit. And I just couldn't, like I said, I had a sinus headache today and it was ugly. And it wasn't until, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock before my head stopped hurting. It's starting to hurt a little bit again, but I took Excedrin and I had tea and that helped. And then I had popcorn and hot chocolate about an hour ago and that did help. Is it a book or for, it is, well, it's going to be a book either way. I don't think I'm going to put it exclusively on Patreon this time. I might. I mean, you'll whatever I put on my blog, obviously you're going to get to read on Patreon. And this will probably go on my, if I do what I'm thinking of, because remember I told you I was in this common elements group. And if this is the story I write for that, which is going to have the 5's going to have like a character named Max and a rumored haunted house and a stack of thick books and a couple other things. If that's what this story is going to be, and that's what I'm thinking it is, it's going to be on the blog. So it'll be, a chapter or 2 a week. And then I'll have something else that I write. So what I might do is write the other thing and make that Patreon. But I'm going to be juggling. I'm going to try to juggle because I can't go till October without a release. And that's why I want to put the Common Elements one on my blog, like I'm doing with the race book. Good deal. Keep everything. Makes me happy. I'm actually a bit of a, I keep things a lot of, you should see my files on my computer. I keep like every attempt at every, I've got all kinds of little files in there. It's crazy. Anyhow, that's what it, so right now it's the scene is set in Meriton. And I'm not one, I like to get them together quick, Darcy and Elizabeth. And as a matter of fact, I don't think it was the last book. I think it was the one before. One of the most recent books I tried to write, and I tried to keep them apart right away, and I couldn't do it. So I have ideas for how I can make this work, this scene, this plot bunny. So hopefully I can make it work, and it'll be all right. Keep thinking that you're running out of room. I do too. I keep going and looking, but I'm not. I've got this huge amount of space in this computer of memory. It doesn't seem like I should. Thank you, Julianne. I hope it's great. I hope so. Anyway, you should see. I mean, I pray over every day because sometimes, and people will say, but you know what? Sometimes I don't know where that came from. It's the story God gave me, and it's what came out my hands, and so that's what I'm going with. But yeah, I mean, geez, if I didn't have God tell me what to do, I'd be in a mess. I really would. Let me give you a little update because you guys, all of you, I'm sure know that my dog Selena had to be put down. It was last Thursday. I still get a little weepy, but I'm better. I can feel myself. I look like I'm getting red. I think I can feel myself starting to tear up, but I do, Marcia, still have an old cover paperback of Darcy's Bodie Mine. I think I have a couple of them. Anyway, here we are with Jasper. He must be asleep because his head didn't pop up. Jasper is like a totally different dog. And I don't know if this is just, I looked on websites. I said, there's websites that say dogs don't grieve. They get over it. They don't understand what's going on. It's just not there. So Selena's just not there. But other websites say they grieve for days, weeks, or months. He stopped. Thank you, Julianne. I'm not afraid to share our Lord because you know what? Honestly, I would be in a mess if I didn't have Jesus. So I'll tell anybody that asks. You don't even have to ask sometimes, and I'll tell you. But anyway, I don't know. Jasper's like a totally different dog. For 3 days, he's stuck by my side like glue, and he's still, a lot of times, if I'm upstairs, he has to be upstairs. If I'm in the kitchen, he'll either be in the kitchen with me or he'll go and he'll sit on the couch and bark at the neighbors. It's very quiet in here because there's nobody down there all the time barking. It's just very quiet. We used to go out. I said it on Facebook today. We used to go out every couple of hours and he'd be up here bugging me. I want to go out. I want to go out. I want to go out. And now he'll go out willingly in the morning. He'll go out willingly before bed. Anything in between there, I have to go with him. I have to almost force him out. I don't know where 14 came from. I almost have to force him out. So I take him for a walk in the morning. I'm trying to make sure that I play with him in the late afternoon. So he's at least getting out a couple of times. If I take him out, he'll generally, if we stay out there a few minutes, he'll pee. And that's it. So I don't know. I don't know what. I got aggravated with him today because I don't know what he wants. He comes and he bugs me and he acts like he wants out, but then he won't go out. You've got your set food times, buddy. I'm not feeding you off my plate. I'm not feeding you every time I turn around. So I don't really know. Thank you, Krista. And I think they do. Yeah. I mean, he's just acting so strange. Either he's suddenly matured, or he's lonely or bored, or he's depressed. So my parents' dog didn't eat for a week after my dad died and was constantly looking at the, yeah, see, Jasper looked for Selena every morning for 3 days. The fourth day, which would have been Monday, this past Monday, he did not look for her, but we went downstairs and he laid on the couch. That's all he did. So, and that's all he did. So I took him for a walk and then he perked up. So I don't know. I have Julianne has two, wait, I can't see. Cane Corso Mastiff dogs. Oh, wow. I've never seen those. Mine is a boxer. So, he's a cutie and he knows it. But he pulled today because he got scared. We went up around and it wasn't like, if it's early in the morning, he's okay because there's not that much traffic, but he's afraid of the traffic. And I really need to get him now that I am, like I said last week, now that I have just one dog, I'm going to get him obedience training. I don't know when because I hate to take time away from work for stuff, but we will. And maybe that'll help him, if they have to have a lot of vaccinations, I don't know. I might see if I can pay for somebody to come to the house or, not do group things, but I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye out. There's a place in Youngstown. I've got a couple names of places I'm going to check out, but at some point here in the next 6 or 8 months, I want him to have obedience training because I want him to gain confidence and I want him to, I want to know that when I call, he's going to come, and I want him to walk and not pull. So I don't know. I want him to, there's things I want him to place, so there's just things, and I don't have the skills necessary to know how to teach him myself. So I'm going to pay for a couple of lessons and, we'll see. Not a lot of lessons, but a couple anyway. Anyway, that's my, I haven't yet ordered I'm going to order a stone for Selena for my flower garden. I haven't done that yet. I got some other things I need to buy first, but I'm going to do that. My friend, I don't know if you saw on my wall, my Facebook wall, but my friend Angela and her husband sent me flowers, purple tulips, and I think that's purple. I think they're Sweet Williams that's with them. Um, in a like a, it's almost like it's a vase, but it's like a metal. It's tall and skinny. It's like a metal, but almost like a bucket, but it's a vase. And I have it on the table, and I have Selena's collar around the bottom of it because it's too. The collar is not going to go down small enough to go around the top of the doohickey of the vase. So, but that's where we're at with me and Jasper. Well, I get frustrated today. I've been babying him a lot, I think, and I don't want to develop bad habits, which is why I won't go out with him all the time, because I don't intend for the rest of my life to go outside with this dog in 6 feet of snow in the winter. So, but anyhow, he's getting in we're doing better getting in the truck with Selena not standing on the top up on the seat. He'll put if the truck is parked outside, he'll put his feet sometimes on the edge of the truck, the back seat, but he won't quite jump in. And in the garage, I have a step that I bought for Selena about a year ago, and she never used. And so I put it in the garage, and I've been teaching Jasper to use it to get up in the truck. So he'll now put his front feet on the bottom step, and I don't have to drag him over there. I have to, he sits down away, and I have to go get him and pull on his collar a little bit, and then he'll come along easily. He'll put his feet on the bottom step, and then I have to kind of scoot his bum up. So I'm hoping that he's going to learn to get in that truck and maybe someday get out of it without me helping him. Because right now I have to pick him up. So do you want mommy help you? And he'll put his little feet down and his head down, and I'll pull him up over my shoulder, and so his feet are over my shoulder, and I'll pick him up and put him out. And he's 41 point something pounds, 41.2 or something. If he gains any weight, like Selena was like 52 pounds. And she's a heavy girl. I can't see me picking Jasper up if he gains 10 pounds. Okay. So not every time we get in and out, but he does. He wants to go for rides. He wants to be with me wherever I'm at. So I have gone back to having my God time. So I lock him downstairs. I have a gate over at the bottom of the steps. And I come upstairs and I have my God time. And then I, take my shower, whatever. And then we're ready to go for our walk, but we're doing good. We're doing good. I think we're doing good. We're handling this. We're handling this. I'm not bursting into tears anymore at the slightest drop of a hat. So this is a good thing. But anyhow, it is already 8:23. Good heavens. Do you guys have any questions? So I did answer about Bodhi, right? I do have at least one copy of Darcy's Bodhi mine with the old cover. And it'll be a little bit before I get any more. But Darcy's Secret Marriage has done very well. Not as good as Surprise Betrothal did last year, but I think Betrothal was like a fluke because I had the different cover style, and it was a novel, and it had been a few months. I think more people tried it. And because that one sold really well. This one hasn't had the fantastic, it sold a lot. This one hasn't had that fantastic, but it's been more steady over time. So I don't know. I would say that things are in a healthy state of mind and body. I think they are. Yeah, I am. And I'm trying, I've got it in my head every day to get back on the treadmill because walking the dog is not enough. I have to have more exercise than that, but I haven't actually got on the treadmill, but I am. Yes. Order. Go ahead. You can go to my website. If it's out of stock, it'll tell you that it's out of stock, but I think I got a couple copies. I know I sent one to my ex-husband and he loved it. I was surprised. I'll be honest with you. I was surprised. And I was like, it's a romance. Are you sure? But he wanted to read it because I wrote it. So and he liked it. So, okay. Well, that reminds me, I have to send him those other 2 books. But I got a lot of things I got to mail out this week, but forgot what I was going. See, I yap. And now I don't remember what I was saying, but it was about, but the new cover is really cool. And I learned how to do drop caps, not drop caps. Yeah. Drop shadow or something. I don't know, because I had a hard time. You had a hard time seeing the title. And then Rose said, well, do this, or, made the suggestion. So I had to look it up on Google. And I found this little minute-long video of how to do it. And I was like, oh, it's only a minute long. I can do that. So I had it on my extra screen, and I had Photoshop open, and I'm playing with it. And I'm like, you can't see the difference. But then, yeah, to the transparency button you have to play with. And I'm telling you, it crisped it right up. It's gorgeous. But I'll put that in Burton's Babes, I think, here when we get done. And I have to send out the newsletter too. The cover of Darcy's Secret Marriage. Why do they look like they're dancing? I don't know. That's just the way they posed. Well, they did dance in the book. They danced twice. I think they danced 2 dances or 2 sets at the beginning of the book, or, when they met again in Scotland, when they found each other. And then then they danced a set or 2 with each other at the Reed's ball. That's probably why they look like they're dancing. Because I don't remember why I picked that pose. It's entirely possible that I wanted them to look like they're dancing. So I got grief from a few people because my old covers were plain. They were plain white. They had a heart made with flowers. Thanks, Julianne. I get really attached to the stories, and some of them more than others. And I really was kind of attached to the story. I really liked this story. But when I made my old covers, they didn't say they were Regency. So a lot of people look at the cover, and that's how they judge the book. And my old covers did not look Regency. They were just plain. And so I think that was a big thing with Surprise Betrothal, is that it looked Regency. And a lot of people tried it who wouldn't have tried the other stuff. That's why I'm going back and redoing covers. Plus, I've learned how to do them, because the reason I did the white ones was because I didn't know what I was doing. I could just change the color of the fonts and change out the flowers, and I was good to go. 10 minutes and I was done. The background, yeah, because that's an estate in Scotland, that picture, that background. That's why I chose that. But I didn't think about that. Ballroom, I should have just looked for a ballroom picture, I guess. But sometimes it's easier for me if I have a building in the background when I'm doing a cover, because it's just easier for me. I can't explain it. I had a folly once, but I've tried having just like a landscape in the back, and it was a mess. I couldn't make it work. Anyhow, I got grief when I changed those covers from a couple people because they didn't like my new covers. I said, I'm sorry. But my old covers, I mean, I know it was easy. Oh, that's Zoe Burton. We know that's Zoe Burton, but they didn't say. People told me they looked modern, contemporary, and I don't write contemporary. Well, other than the race books, I don't write contemporary. But I'm gonna start working on those race books too, and changing the making new covers for the race books. So I just happened to do Bodie. I was inspired. But here's what I've been doing because I didn't write today. I have this big spreadsheet. I'm supposed to keep track of every book, the title, the ISBN number, the page counts, the word count, the price, the blurb, all that stuff. And I haven't been doing it. So I've been going back through. I have a list because I have a I had to send some links out from book funnel links for the books. So I'm going through this list and I'm putting all these books that I'm missing. There's like half my books are missing out of this spreadsheet. So sometimes, you know, like I said, sometimes it's hard for me to get back into a new book after I've finished an old book, and doing all this little stuff. Like I added Darcy's Secret Marriage to my Gumroad store, and I added a page in my website and stuff like little stuff like that. Sometimes it'll, once I don't know if that stuff is in the back of my head and I'm worried about it or what, but I get that stuff done and then I'll be able to sit down and write and it'll be okay. But anyhow, so I might do a couple more covers. I actually have couples for 4 more books. I don't remember the 4 books. I want to say The Essence of Love, Mr. Darcy's Love, and a couple of others. So, yeah. Those 4 books will get new covers. On the ebook, I haven't made any print covers yet. What I need to do is make a list, another spreadsheet with a list. These are the titles of my books, and because I have to redo the back matter, and I want to. So my older books need new blurbs, and I need to go through them again. Some of them have formatting issues and stuff, and I need to go through all that and check it all, and upload new files of my older books and improve them. Like Lilacs and Lavender has some fancy chapter headers and stuff, and I'm going to get rid of those and just make them to match everything else. And I want to make large prints for all my books, and that's going to take time. So anyway, it is 8:31 now, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. Krista, did you not play cards tonight? I'm going to sit here and wait for that answer. Because I thought you played cards on Friday nights. I'm glad you skipped it, if that's the case. Thank you, Krista. I'm glad. I like it that you guys that you guys like me. I like to be liked. Okay, thank you. That's awesome. All right, well, ladies, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go, but thank you for coming and listening to me and chatting with me. It was great. I love it when you guys come and chat with me. So have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And I will talk to you. Well, Melbourne Literary Society's broadcast is tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. And I'll be back next Friday. So good night.